World number one, Jannik Sinner, wins his second Grand Slam of the year and his second Grand Slam of his career by taking the US Open title over Taylor Fritz. Now, this evidently puts him as the world number one and the best player in the world this year on tour. He's definitely been the best hardcourt player, despite the fact Alcaraz winning the Channel Slam. Sinner swept up the hardcourt majors, and it's very hard to pick who could beat him on a hardcourt, especially as we move to the indoor hardcourt season. So, let's take a look at this US Open, see how Sinner won it, and see, well, who's going to stop him. And before we continue with the video, 99% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you enjoy regular tennis content, do me a massive favour and hit that subscribe button. Now, Jannik Sinner beat Daniil Medvedev on the way to the title. However, you wouldn't say that his route to the final was that difficult. He had to play Jack Draper in the semi-finals. Obviously, Jack Draper was in very good form. He made the Cincinnati quarterfinals. However, he's not an elite hardcourt player. He doesn't have the movement in and out of the corners. Although he can produce great shots in those corners, a running forehand, a running backhand, he cannot go toe-to-toe with Jannik Sinner. As well as this, Taylor Fritz. He, as well, great ball striker. Their head-to-head is 1-1. Both their previous matches being at Indian Wells. Fritz winning the first one and Sinner winning the second one last year. Fritz, amazing backhand, amazing forehand, great serve. Still could not win a set off Sinner, a straight set final win. So it just goes to show you, if you don't have the movement to back up your ground strokes, you cannot hang with these top guys. You cannot hang with the Sinner and Alcaraz or Djokovic, even as Zverev. And I know I'm saying that, and Fritz did beat Zverev. However, I think Zverev looked a bit tired. He looked a bit, he had quite a busy summer playing the Olympics, obviously, playing quite a few hardcourt tournaments. He looked just out of the sorts, and I think we didn't get to see the true Zverev today, who was, making a Roland Garros final, making a Wimbledon fourth round, and was up 2-0 against Taylor Fritz in that. And you would say Taylor Fritz is definitely the better grass court player, considering past results. So I do think there's something wrong with Zverev, and hopefully he can be refreshed and recovered for these indoor hardcourt matches. I think he will be very determined to do well in the Laver Cup, considering that it's in Berlin this year, and he's from Germany. But yeah, so what does this mean for the rest of the tour? Well, Sinner's definitely separated himself from the rest of the players. He's ahead by 4,000 points. They're already qualified for the ATP finals along with Zverev and Alcaraz. And it also puts Djokovic's spot in jeopardy because he's number 9 in the race now. However, you don't even know if he's going to qualify, if he feels motivated to play these indoor tournaments and qualify or not. But I do think his priority should be the World Tour finals though. Maybe playing a few tournaments just to get his points up. But if not, Australian Open 2025, go for the 11th. So hopefully he does that and is continued and motivated to stay on tour. As well as this, Alcaraz and Djokovic exited early. I made a video on it a few weeks ago. And, it's just absurd how the Olympic hangover is still evident in these players, because Sinner obviously skipped it. Even Medvedev, who made the quarterfinals, he played the Olympics, he exited a bit earlier. He wasn't there for the final weekend or anything like that. So I think these players do need some time to rest and recuperate. Alcaraz and Djokovic got those week and a half off from the US Open. Hopefully they, are well rested. Alcaraz did play Davis Cup, but he only played a couple of matches. Then he withdrew himself and just continued to support how Sinner is doing for the Italian players right now. So hopefully everyone's rested and recuperated as we move into the Asian swing and then into the indoor hardcourt tournaments. Expecting, Shanghai to be a good tournament. Hopefully Beijing as well. Beijing felt like a Masters 1000, with that amount of top players. Like the semi-final was literally Alcaraz, Sinner versus Medvedev and Zverev. That's a Masters 1000 level semi-final lineup. So hopefully we get the same. Hopefully we get some great matches between them. Obviously, congrats to Jannik Sinner as well. Sweeping up these two hardcourt majors. Alcaraz and Sinner split the slams this year, and them two make the first time in a whole calendar year that the big three has not won at least one Grand Slam since 2002. Because obviously this has started with Federer winning 2003 Wimbledon, and then most recently Djokovic winning 3 slams in 2023. So thank you so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care and peace.